is going on, Buckeye Nation? Back with another edition of Walks Buckeye Talks. Uh, just touching bases, man. It's been a busy offseason for the Buckeyes, man. I've been liking the moves that we've been making over the last month or so. Got a lot of transfers going out. Got a couple nice pickups in the transfer portal. So I'm excited to dig into it, man, and just giving a thought of how I feel about the transfer and how the direction of the program is going this offseason. Before we get started, let's like, share, and subscribe to the video, comment, all that good stuff, man, and just have fun with this. But let's dive deep into it, man. First and foremost, let's get into Will Howard, man. He's a quarterback that honestly before when I saw that Cal McCord was going to the portal and it was like a span of like weeks where it was like Cam Ward, Will Howard, uh I forgot the other kid name. It's like a few quarterbacks that Cal McCord went, like a couple of big time names going to the portal. This is the guy I have my eye on. I know people might look at his Kansas State stats and uh you know the interceptions and the passing rating, but I really like this kid, man. He's about 6'4". They said he's about 6'4", 240, and he's mobile. He's not like to me, he's like equivalent to like a better version of running than a JT Barrett. Like Barrett could run. He was actually a good runner. You know what I mean? Like, but he wasn't like a Justin Fields or a Braxton Miller, but he could move the chains. He could pick up some tough yards. And he's going to be deadly in the red zone. Like JT Barrett in short yardage in the red zone was deadly. And I think that's what this offense really needs, man. A guy who can, is 3rd and 6, can pick up 15 or, just extend the plays. And this is a quarterback that I have my eye on, man. And I'm glad that we picked him up because at first he was going to USC and I was like, man, I kind of wanted this kid. They were talking about the Cam Ward guy from Washington State. And even though I think he's dynamic and I think he's a solid quarterback, I don't think he would have fit Ryan Day's system. I really don't. Uh, so I was looking really forward to this guy right here, man. Mobile, big quarterback. I like his size in the red zone, short yardage, something that we struggle with. I think this could be. I'm not saying like he's gonna be like a CJ or somebody like that, but I think this is gonna be a good pickup for the Buckeyes, man. Like I said, I've been having my eye on this Will Howard guy. I know I've been seeing a lot of feedback from the Twitter fans and a lot of the Buckeye insiders saying where they're kind of up in the air. I've been hearing some people say he's like Kyle McCord is on his level or even better. I'm like, dude, did you watch Kyle McCord last year? Like, I guarantee he's better than that. Like, no disrespect, but he's played before. He has a better arm. He's a bigger quarterback. He can run. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? I don't understand how fans can watch last year with Kyle McCord, and I'm not disrespecting the kid, but say that Will Hart he's not better than Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord wasn't that good, guys. He had one good game, and that was in Michigan State, honestly. But I like this pickup, man. I really like this pickup. I like the size. He has a solid arm, um, and I think he's going to excel, man. I really do. And then on top of that, we picked up a nice offensive line. I want to say his name is like Seth McLaughlin. I think that's his name. A center from Alabama. Once again, I'm big up front. We got to get that up front tighten up and better to contend with the elite teams, especially in the SEC teams, the Texases, the Oklahomas, the Bamas, the Georgias. Uh, we gotta compete up in the trenches with those. That's how you win championships, and that's the start, man. Getting a center. We got Donovan Jackson back. Oh, I'm gonna get to our players coming back too, but Donovan Jackson, he's back. We got Simmons is back. We got Carson Hinsman. Like, we got some guys who, if they can make that jump to get better, that's the key. The offseason is big for the O-line. If they can make that jump and add a couple of pieces here and there, I like where we at, man. I like where we at. I wish we can get like a legit either left or right tackle and maybe move some people around. But I like where we at. I really do, man. That's a big pickup at center. Maybe we can move Carson Hisman to the guard spot. We already got Donovan Jackson and we got Simmons. We can get a really good right tackle or a really good left tackle. Man, that would be so big, man. But guys can step up too. I'm not saying you have to go get a portal guy, but guys got to get better, man. If they want to play big time football, we got to put in the work and get better. This is what the offseason is for. So I like that pickup. I like the tight end that we got from University of Ohio. I saw a couple highlights, nothing too serious though. But they said he's a very good blocking tight end. And if you watch Ohio State this past year, especially the bowl game, man, our tight ends were whew, they're not good blocking tight ends. I love K, but he was up and down. G Scott, he's okay. He has his games where he's better. Uh, and the freshman, I think he's going to be good, Jelani Thurman, but he's kind of struggled a little bit. But I think he'll get there. I think he's going to get there. We can get a couple, at least 2 or 3 solid tight ends who can block. Man, that'd be huge. And we know they're going to catch the ball a little bit, but if they can block for us, that can open up so much, man. I think that was so key to having a Rucker, uh, a couple years ago, blocking for us, man. He was such a good blocker. I think he was um, somebody that fell under the radar as far as important pieces, but man, that kid could block his butt off. But so I like the pickup so far, man. I really do. Like I said, I wish we can maybe get another solid linebacker and maybe another key piece, either a good left tackle or right tackle on the O line. And I'm satisfied, man. We picked up the running back from Junkins from Ole Miss. Whew, man. We got to run that ball this year, man. We got to run that ball this year. We got so much talent around Will Howard. It's like he has to succeed in this. Like, who wouldn't succeed with all the talent around him? But it's just to show you that, man, having a quarterback that's able to navigate the offense and be aware of things and being a veteran, I think this is going to turn out really good for the Buckeyes. But let's dive into that's just the transfer portal guys that we got. I'm praying that we get a couple more pieces here and there. And I know it's a spring season for transfer portal players, so it is going to be even more players that gets involved. And if we can get, I know this is like far fetched, and I hate saying this because it's all over Twitter right now due to Nick Saban being retiring, happy retirement to the GOAT. But man, if we get Caleb Downs, that is crazy, man. That is crazy, man. We pick up Caleb Downs, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Ryan Day and his staff, man. I really don't, man. We can get Caleb Downs. I know it's like a 70-yard field goal or something of that nature, or a half court shot. Uh, but it is what it is, man. It's just fun to speculate, especially since it seems like he's more so leaning towards Georgia, staying south. He's from Georgia, but man, that would be just you're talking about just dynamite if we get Caleb Downs. But anyways, that was my rant about Caleb Downs, man. Man, that kid is gonna be special, man. You can just tell he's big, physical, fast, athletic. His awareness, IQ, man, he will be huge in that secondary. Uh, but hey, I can dream, right? I can dream for the Buckeyes to pick up Caleb Downs. But man, what uh, a huge compliment for Ryan Day and his staff and the culture of Ohio State. All we hear is bad mouthing Ryan Day, his staff, and they don't have team coach, the bad culture. They all worrying about the NFL, the NIL. They don't play with a lot of heart because they lose some games here and there, or they lose to the rivalry. It happens, man. It happens. It's part of the sports world. Sometimes you up, sometimes you down. You know what I mean? It's a revolving circle. It's a revolving game. You know what I mean? It's just something that you have to deal with. And I hate losing to Michigan. I hate them winning a natty on us. I hate them taking over the Big Ten. But guess what? We'll be back. As you can see, we'll definitely be back. But hey, man, credit to them. We got Travion Henderson back, Emeka Ibuka back. Uh, trying to keep Donovan Jackson's back. We got Jack Sawyer, JT, like, man, Latham Ransom, Denzel Burke. We got Jordan Hancock. Do I just got to keep going and going and going, man? Like, you as a Buckeye fan, you got to be excited for this year coming up, man. You got to be excited with this freshman class, with the young receivers that's going to break out this year, a new starting quarterback, the energy and just the hype around this program from losing to Michigan 3 years in a row, from Michigan winning a title, something that, at least in my lifetime, like I said, this is the best Michigan I've ever seen, and I'm 34 years old, so I was 7 when they won it in 97. Other than that, I mean, they've been a solid program, but nothing compared to Ohio State. So you would think that this would be the quote unquote end for Ohio State, right? This is our time to be down. Everybody's down. We've never really been down. Maybe this is our cycle to be down. And man, just to look at this, man, this is like great. You got to be excited for a Buckeye fan, man. And just everything that's going around, like I said, this could have broke us literally. Like Michigan won a title. Like we win titles. Not nobody else in the Big Ten win titles but us. But they did. This could break us. And it's a robbery. But guess what? We right there. We right there in the mix, man, for next year. We gotta be a top 3 team easily. You know what I mean? Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, Bama will be there, I guess. I'm trying to think anybody else that's. I mean, Oregon will be there, but Buckeyes are gonna be right there, man. Especially with all these returning starters, man. It could be a special year, man. So you got to be excited, man. I know it sucks right now. We losing to the rivalry, and they won a title, and we had some lose a lot of transfers, but man, the pickups and the guys returning, and the youth that we have on this team that needs to stand out and step up and stand out next year, man, it's gonna be lovely, man. And I'm excited. I'm happy, man. I just every time I was coming home from work, I was checking everything. And it was just like Travion and JT and Jordan Hancock and Burke, Donovan Jackson, Jack Sawyer. It kept getting good news after good news. Latham Ransom, man, I'm so excited, man. So and we got some coaching changes, man. We got some coaching changes. Sorry, we lost Parker Fleming, which I think everybody agreed that he had to go, man. And that's something that Ryan Day has to realize. When you got so much talent and athleticism and speed, special teams need to be like something that we really need to focus on. You know what I mean? Like a block punt, punt return, a kick, like be creative with it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, that's just how I feel, man. We're trying to win games. And sometimes like when you're not good up front, you just can't line up and push people around. Like we're not that team right now. At least last year we wasn't, especially with a new quarterback. You needed to generate more points. A touchdown on certain those, like imagine Notre Dame game. Travion score, we up 10-0. We stop them. We go score again, 17-0 or 7. We'll say they score 17-7 or 17-3. That's the game. How good our defense is. We got to generate more points other than just lining up and trying to march it down, especially last year with a freshman first year starting quarterback. Like special teams can be a block punt. Look through history, block punts. And last year we did it. Latham blocked like 2 punts. Like we got to get back to that. So he had to go, man. Too many blunders, too much penalties, too much of no life in the special teams. Nah, man, he got to go. And then the guy that I was like shocked with Perry Ariano. I really liked him as a safeties coach. I feel like the safeties got better, and that kind of shocked me. It may be a recruiting thing, I would think, because for a safety driven defense, you got to recruit good safeties. You can't take on, and I hate to say, you can't get guys who are developmental guys, or they're like they're gonna grow into a good player in 3 or 4 years. Ohio State, we can't do that. You know what I mean? Because the way we're trying to contend, you got to get the talent that can make an impact right away, not when they're seniors, at least not yet. You know what I mean? You got to get them to playing and getting impacts. And I feel like we got a lot of solid guys, but we don't know what they can do quite yet. Uh, so it had to be a recruiting issue, because I think you missed out on Caleb Downs, you missed out on KJ Bolden, you're missing out on the I think the kid who went to Georgia, Woodard. I could be wrong on that. Peyton Woodard, I think that's his name. And that's something that you can't miss out on. So it's just something you have to think about. And I think that's why they fired him. You know what I mean? Because the recruiting thing. Um, but other than that, I'm just happy to be a Buckeye fan, and I'm so grateful for just being a fan, man, and being so helpful. Sorry, that was my daughter for that noise. But all in all, man, I think the atmosphere of the program is great right now. You know what I mean? I don't think it could be a lot worse. We could have lost everybody. Like we could have been starting from ground zero. It seemed like couldn't have got a quarterback. I think especially after that bowl game. But that's like I said, that speaks high volumes of Brian Day, man, and his staff. Like in the program. Like that's good culture right there. You know, they didn't want to leave the culture like that, losing to Missouri, who, like I said, we don't if Devin Brown doesn't get hurt, we beat them, but that's neither here or there. But and I that's his culture, man. So I'm happy as a Buckeye fan right now, man. I'm happy. Like I said, I want to. The atmosphere, the program is great, man. I'm excited to see this team play next year. They don't have any games too. They have a game in Northwestern, class close to me, probably like 3.5 hours, but it's in November. Don't think I'm gonna make that one, boss. But I might have to get to Columbus again, man, and check me out another Buckeye game because I'm excited to see this team play, man. So, but all in all, man, I'm just touching bases just to review the atmosphere. Man, I know I'm happy. I know a lot of Buckeye Nation should be happy. And just coming back with you with another episode of Buckeye Talk, Walks Buckeye Talks, man. Before I end this video, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And excited to wait to see the spring game, man. Hope the boys put in some work and we get to it, man. After next year, I feel like it's almost natty or bust, man. That's how I feel. I hate to put that much pressure on Ryan Day and the staff, but I really feel that way. It's natty or bust next year, but we're gonna get it done, man. We're gonna get it done. So, uh, all in all, man, stay warm. If you're from the Midwest, it's freezing here. Let's go Bucks, man. Peace out.